Kaboom!
This guy always late. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the AIB Show. This is Amit,
And Dominic.
and we're coming to you in the mid-afternoon while trying to juggle work and other priorities. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic here while our attention is all over the place.
This will
But
be a quick one, aka
Dominic. And
Amit
so
in
we
the
go to the
bedroom.
process. Idiot. All right, talk to me, Dominic. What you got?
Speaking of Amit in the bedroom, what's going on with the dating life?
It's bad.
And
It's
why is
bad.
that?
Everything about it, man. Like to go on the dating apps, they just catfish every which way possible.
Wait,
Bro, like I'm telling you, man,
I
it's
know you're paranoid. You told me like you try to get a FaceTime call ASAP to avoid the catfishing, but
yeah.
have you actually been catfished?
No, I mean, you mean having I gone on a date and had it
No,
not
but
been,
even not okay, that I assume no.
dude? I've been on like one day.
So forget
I'm
going on a date. Been
okay.
contacted by somebody who's either like a bot or like a fake
No,
Russian or
yeah,
just
well,
looks
oh for
way
sure.
different than really they are.
Well, I would never know what they look like because they'll never do
No, like a
the
FaceTime call or something.
no, that's never happened to date. Then there was one yesterday, like immediately was like, hey, what did she say? She was like,
Greetings of the day.
no, it was all the English was broken, right? But she was like, oh, I'm from some foreign country, so that was part of the back end story to support it. So I was like, all right, English should be a little off, I get it. But immediately he was like, hey, how's your day going? Blah blah blah. He goes, what do you do in Miami? Are you into cryptocurrencies? Like that was like the first thing off the bat, and I
I
was
literally
like,
was gonna
what?
guess that. Yeah, yeah. Did she come with the like John Smith has made me a ton of money. You should
No,
too.
it was something like this. And so I played, and I was curious how far this would go, right? So I'm sitting there and I was like, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm big on crypto, right? It's sort of like I dabble, I've been all the time. And then she was, and then what'd you say? She was something like, oh, me too. And it was very like all over the place. And then like it got very, very arduous. And she goes, so what do you like to do in the evenings? It was very, very like that kind of situation. And then I was like, all right, delete this, man. I can't handle this anymore. So that was deleted and went along. And then there's other one who seemed like a random person. And then I'm out last night with some friends, and I get a message. And funny enough, we were talking about this, and so like, oh, let's so they're like, hey, let's see what this says. And she writes, do you want pics? And I was like, sure, question mark, dot dot dot. And she goes, $100. And I was like, right. And I was like, and so I wrote back and go, wow, that took a turn. And that was it. And then she was like, send me your number and I will send it to you. And I was like, I'm good, delete. But I'm like, oh man, I was like, are there no real people out there anymore? It's yo, man, it's ridiculous. It is beyond ridiculous. This whole space is very, very, very strange / dangerous. So yeah.
What's your go-to move? Let me guess. Let's meet for coffee.
Oh, for sure. I'm not dropping any big dollars to somebody I don't know around you, man. I told you that already. Coffee or a beverage. I'll do a beverage too. I just won't do a full-on meal. Right. Yeah. With that being said, my go-to moves are relevant because I've had zero success. So whatever I'm doing is not right. It's not working. It's
Now you're doing the beverage and not a meal has been in your DNA, and you passed it on to me when we were in college and didn't really want to spend the money on
didn't really want to. I didn't have the money. It was different. I could not spend the money. I was broke. I was waiting tables. Right. But no, I mean, but also it makes more sense because it gives you a hard out. Like I've got a finite amount of time. And if it goes well, you have another cocktail and you can order an appetizer or whatever. But from going out for dinner, man, the amount of things there too, like there's ones, and I'm gonna pull up randomly. I'm sure gonna find some comedic ones off the bat. There are ones where people are like, I mean, the woman literally writes things I want to do or something like that. It goes, we should hang out on your boat. And I was like, man, delete. Like, I'm like, I mean, they're blatant in that situation. Like, it's just hilarious when you look at this stuff. And I'm like, why do people say things like this? And some of the stuff they write is just, I mean, doesn't make no kind of sense. So it is just bad.
So we have a question on the, we're recording this on Facebook as well live. We've got a question. Amit, are you dyeing your hair?
No. Who said that? I dyed my hair?
You need to tell me, say, your hair come in like the night sky, yet your face.
This guy's been dyeing my hair. Nah, Richard, come on now.
I'm with JJ. That's a valid question.
Come
'Cause
on
your
now.
face,
Dyeing my hair. That's I take offense to such comments.
coming like a bag of salt, and your hair is like the night sky. It does not.
Yeah, that's the way it works. I don't know about that. I wish I could tell you. I don't know.
I dye my hair. I haven't in a while.
You dye your hair?
Yeah, we talk about this.
Oh yeah, you with the shoe polish thing. You do the Just for Men business, right? Didn't you like stain your head one time?
Oh, I've seen it a few times because the problem is if you get a fade and you leave it in there too long, it dyes the scalp. So what I do is I dye it just before getting a haircut. Big brain move.
I mean, wow. So no, I don't dye my hair. Never have, never will.
Sure, guy.
All right, believe what you want. There's a lot of grays in here. It just doesn't show up on camera. There are a plethora of grays in my hair.
So we've always joked about my supposedly large forehead.
Supposedly. I mean, anybody anybody in the world tell me this man has a regular size forehead. Not even your kids know that your forehead.
I was born though with the receding, so it's not going back. It's just been there. Like
I'm saying, yeah, your hair starts mid-head.
Yeah, it does start kind of up. I'm looking at yours though, and I'm looking like
this thing will happen.
Yeah. You kind of losing.
Yeah, sorry. For those of you listening, you know the side by your temple is above your temple, right? Yeah. Where it does a little thing.
I'm noticing that by
default will go back for sure. But hey, man, the hair is still full in every which way proper. So I'm good.
But that's the start, dog. That's a few years from now. We're recording the show.
This has been like this. It'll continue to receive, but I will still have a fuller head of hair than you at any point in life.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Agree,
I mean,
again,
you're starting with half the hair I already have.
Exactly.
So I mean, by default, even if I lose half my hair, I have more than you. Is my point.
Again, Samson-esque mane. It's come back.
This is what I have. You're right. That's what I have.
That's what I have. Anyway,
bro, people again. You realize people can see you. And
they can see. Look, check it.
He's showing his hair and the lack thereof. I mean, at the top it grows. I'll give you that. You have any patches in the back?
Nothing.
All right. Yeah, but no, I'm not buying. Yeah, Dominic does use Just for Men. Is that what you use, right? Or is it a different brand?
No, I don't even find Just for Men anymore. Some other brand.
Hold up, but how do you know which color is the right color for you to make sure it matches?
Yeah, you use real black. I don't mess with jet black. You know what happened? You know what happened? No, if I use jet black, I look like you, where somebody goes, "You dye your hair," where your face is gray and your hair is jet black.
Again, this is all natural, but also, how would you know? How would you know to use real black over jet black? Like you have to make that mistake.
Jet black seems like a little extreme.
But you haven't. Hold up, just based on name, you even tried it?
Oh no, just look on the name and look on the guy on the box.
So that's what always got me about these things too. It's like, how are you supposed to match it?
I told my wife, I want to try find a more natural thing because, I do this twice a month. Again, it's probably not so good to put all these chemicals in my head. So I said, try get me something that's like real black. So she comes back and she gets me something it's like brown. I'm like, I can't use this. She goes, yeah, but it's like, look at the guy on the cover. It's a black guy. I don't business what the guy on the cover is. I can't use this.
Hold up. Did she think you meant get me something for real black, i.e. a black person? Or did she know you meant the hair color?
No, the hair color.
Because she's like, oh no, the box has got a black guy in it. This is what you want. You're like, no, I need the hair color.
Like, first of all, there's no way this guy's hair is brown, but even if it is, mine is not. So that can't work. But I haven't tried that.
But did you not make a mistake at first to go, oh, that's not the right tone? Or did you hit it on the number right
real
the bat?
Black, and I've been using real black for years. Maybe I lucked out. Yeah.
Because I'm like, there's got to be a bunch of trial and error in this dynamic, right? Because women go to the salon and they'll get and they'll fade it in with this tone and that tone and they'll get the right matching whatever. And guys brush in whatever they see based on the color and the dude in the box and hope it works. And the dude in the box ain't using the product. The dude in the box, that's their natural hair color or whatever you tone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, how is this? How do you know this matches to that? And I'm always, it seems like a dangerous maneuver. But luckily, my hair grows fine. And there are a lot of grays in there too, but it doesn't show up on camera, which is cool. Yeah. But the beard obviously is very, very aggressive. I have to trim the beard down regularly.
I don't know how we're taking this path into like our health and not our health, our cosmetics and our beauty products. Do you still use that?
Now I'm curious. Do I still use?
You still use that
put
thing
me on blast here.
Stop from sweating? The under your armpit?
Oh yeah, certain dry.
Dude, we've been doing. Okay, I think I schooled you to that, honestly.
I don't know. I'll take your word for it. Sure.
But that was like 20 years ago.
And it still works.
You probably should not be using.
No, I do it. I do it every other night. I don't do it every night. I do it every other night.
No joke. I swear to God, I thought you were gonna say every other month.
No, every other night. Every other night, every other month. Are you kidding me?
Okay, that cannot be good. So she uses this thing that I used to use to limit and prevent underarm sweat. You know, gross thing.
And it works. Because the other option was like Botox in my armpits, which costs a lot of money. And I was like, okay, I'm not doing that. Purely based on dollars and cents, and Botox in your armpits, it's a temporary fix. You got to get done like every 6 months or whatever. And I was like, I'm not doing that. And it's pretty damn expensive. And it's a needle in your armpit, which also hurts.
Yeah. So right? I don't sweat much. I've actually, you're gonna laugh, I've switched to a natural deodorant. I tried a few that were horrible. And I found one that's great.
Hold up, but is it a deodorant or is it an antiperspirant or both? Because the deodorant part is one of the things, but I need the antiperspirant. That's why I need the chemical. I don't
think you can find a natural antiperspirant.
That's my point. That's why I can't go that route.
I don't really sweat over it anymore. I think you should stop and just try
and see if I sweat.
Yeah, I mean, I did that like 15 years ago.
Yeah, but how many shirts do you wear? Like, are you wearing an undershirt right now?
No, it's the undershirt. You may have schooled me to it. That super thin thing from Uniqlo. That it's like a ridiculous, messy, tiny. That's all. That's it. That's my undershirt.
So under your shirt right now, you have that on?
No, right now, no. Like I'm at home. I went out this morning. No, if I'm going out like to dinner or to a meeting or something,
you always have an undershirt on.
That little thin undershirt, yeah.
And that thing gets sweaty. That thing soaks up the sweat.
Yeah, a little bit.
So you are sweating.
Yeah,
through a shirt. And I'm not.
Much. Yeah, whatever.
No, so I'm doing but to your point, I do it every other night because like I'm wearing a great t-shirt right now.
It's interesting.
Yeah, man, that's some old.
You know, I know somebody
who try that. You let me know if that works.
I know somebody who uses vinegar. They use cotton balls in vinegar and put it on there. I'm like, the smell though. So I tried some other ones and not good. I smell myself. You know, it's bad when you smell yourself.
You can smell yourself. Just it's done, man.
I use this Buddha butter thing that is amazing.
What the hell is Buddha butter? I've never even heard of this. So right now.
Yeah.
Did your wife buy that as well? Because you look at the person.
No, I found that on my own. This segment is brought to you by
what were you Googling?
Skincare.
What were you Googling?
www.isolabody.com.
That's true. That is actually good stuff. Hold up, but how'd you find Buddha butter?
I was Googling. Like I said, I was just Googling all natural products and I found one that was horrible. I found some other ones that didn't work, and this one is great.
And how much more is this Buddha butter than like regular? Buddha butter is deodorant we're talking about still, right? We haven't gone off. We're still talking about deodorant?
Yes. Not much, but it's like $7-8. All
right, so like same pricing.
Probably 2 months.
2 months?
Or a month? Yeah.
How often do you use deodorant?
2 months. I mean, should last less?
Yeah.
No, you just do it. It's wild. It's not a stick. Take your finger, take a little toops, and just go so. And that's it.
This is why you're sweating up another shirt, and I'm not. Because you're not doing anything.
How are we still talking about this?
You brought it up. Right? But no, that seems I'm gonna be in a different situation.
That's not BOODA buttercream deodorant.
Because they don't want to do the whole social appropriation of whatever.
No, there's a big Buddha guy on there. They did.
All right. Well played. Well played.
There's a large man shirtless with a robe, smiling with his head.
That's actually pretty solid. That's pretty solid. No, I don't. I'm still going strong with the certain dry business, mind you. But it burns the ish out of your armpits too. So that's why I use it every other day. You can't do it every day.
There we go. Yeah.
So you do it one time and have to put some lotion on afterwards to kind of quell it a little bit, and then I go to bed. I do it at nighttime once every other day, and then I'm good to go. And I'm sure I'm killing myself on the inside.
Yeah, but that's where I'm going.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm doing everything else that's killing myself too. You know, by like literally using my mobile phone and everything else around me. So, at least I'm not going to sweat that much.
Speaking of killing myself, kill myself with jokes. This thing you showed me. This Juneteenth is coming up, and there was in Arkansas called the Juneteenth Soul Food Festival and Market.
Well, hold up. What are the three people's names? There are three people on the flyer.
Three
And I
people
post
on
this on my
speakers,
Insta.
like the
Yeah.
what would you call them? Hosts, not hosts.
Yeah, just
Featured.
panelists.
Actually, it says the flyer says featured hosts.
There you go.
Rex
Okay.
Nelson,
Uh-huh.
Heather Baker,
Uh-huh.
and David Basil for Juneteenth. You know, the celebration of emancipation, which I guess officially became a federal holiday last year. Based on those names, what would you guess is the race of these three individuals on the cover of Juneteenth Soul Food Festival and Market?
Hold on, but it's also just them, by the way. It's like there's them with other people. It's literally just them on the thing.
Three Caucasian individuals.
That was pretty damn funny when I saw it.
Puff schooled this to me, and I saw it go viral. Where it was so absurd that the backlash was actually comedic, not anger.
No, just like what?
It's so ridiculous.
It
got canceled, by the way. I'm not sure if you heard.
Well, I'm sure like that wasn't gonna happen. And that's pretty damn. I mean, if that wasn't the guaranteed way things were gonna play out, I wouldn't. You know, that's comedic on so many levels.
Somebody else wrote, "We just got this holiday, and white people got to try to steal it already."
Oh my God. Well, on a less funny note, but again, a little in the social sphere, you know nothing about this Johnny Depp, Amber, whatever her face is thing, right?
No, literally nothing.
So I didn't even know who she was.
I didn't even know. Okay.
Do you know who she is?
I'm not sure. I feel like I do.
I only know she is because of Aquaman. She was a redhead girl in Aquaman.
Oh,
redhead woman. Sorry. And beyond that, I don't know if I've ever seen this woman before, right? But apparently, obviously was married to Johnny.
What is he on trial for? I have no idea.
They're both abusive towards each other.
Physically?
I mean, no. Like there's stuff, and again,
I'm assuming physically. Why are you on trial? Yeah.
No, because there's a lot of mental anguish.
Or is it a civil suit? Or
yeah, I think it's a civil. And I see again, I should know this. I'm gonna say civil, sure. I don't know the specifics there. But what I will say is, I mean, there's a situation where like she was vexed with him and literally took a shit in dude's bed.
What?
Exactly right. Which I'm like, I don't know if I've ever been that mad at anybody. And even if I did, I don't know if I don't think I could be that mad at somebody to do that. Like that's some next level business, man. Like you're wow. I question general mental stability when you're doing that. Like you have to be a level of vex to take a poop in somebody's bed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that would not even be one of my top 100 things to do first to get back at somebody. Like that wouldn't even occur to me. I didn't know that was a thing. And apparently it's a thing. And so she did that to him. And I'm like, I look at her in a whole different light. But there's all this crazy stuff around the stuff they've done. And what it comes down to, and there's apparently a team Johnny Depp and there's a team Amber, because they're both kind of going back and forth at each other. So it depends on where you're at. And again, I don't know much about much. All I can say is it's insane. It's just insane. Like all the stuff that I'm hearing about them just being this to each other. So it's crazy when I look at it that way, you know, but, yeah, it's crazy. Hold on.
So
what is it?
Today is, what is today's date? August, what are we in? March? May? April. Wow. April 29th.
Uh-huh.
And did you know, and today's Who Knows, did you know that 55 years ago, it might have actually been yesterday. I'm all off today.
What is wrong with you guys? Focus, man.
55 years ago, it's been that long. Yesterday, Muhammad Ali refused induction into the U.S. Armed Forces, right? Sacrificing his career, his money, his popularity to resist American what? Imperialism. Shout out to the GOAT.
So I'm reading, we're jumping across topics all over the place, obviously. Chris Pratt apparently today is there is a viral tweet calling for Marvel to replace Chris Pratt in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Why?
You know why? And I didn't know this till right now.
I feel like something came out last year or something.
No.
Why?
This is nothing based on this. I'm just going to read verbatim. A now viral tweet called for Chris Pratt to be replaced in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, given his rumored political affiliation and his church's anti-LGBTQ views. Now, I know nothing about whether this is true or false or anything like that. But I don't know what this has to do with him playing Star-Lord. Like, I don't understand why he should lose his job for any of this stuff. Like, if that's like, why would you call for that? I don't get it. But it's I just found this and I was like, what? Because I was like, what did Chris Pratt do now? And so yeah, that's the current situation there. And I didn't realize that was a thing till right now. And so that was
you see Bad Bunny's coming out with a new.
He's a Marvel
Spider-Man offshoot, like something to do with a new Marvel character.
He's playing a Latino superhero.
I can't remember the name. I don't know why I'm saying it's not the name.
What's wrong with you? What are you gonna say? You're gonna say something racist, weren't you?
No, I was gonna say it was like adios, but that doesn't make any sense. What's the name?
I stand by my statement. I literally stand by my statement. That's literally what I just said. What is wrong with you? And it is definitely not adios.
Google it real quick.
I'm doing it right now. It definitely it ain't. It's all right. It's El Muerto, but I mean,
okay.
That's not adios. Hold up, El Muerto is not adios. It's completely different, dude.
All right, El Muerto. So evidently, Spider-Man bit him in a wrestling match or something, and he became El Muerto.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah.
So Spider-Man can transmit by biting somebody?
I had no idea. Why is Spider-Man biting somebody? And I read that Bad Bunny went through a bunch of. They wanted him to be an actor. I didn't know he could act. Right?
Yeah,
or maybe
he's been in something.
Maybe they're just. Oh yeah, he was in
I'm DB right now.
Narcos or something.
He was in something recently. I just saw him in something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe and jumping on his popularity, one of the most famous musicians in the world currently. And evidently he went through the catalog and was looking at things he wanted to do, and chose El Muerto.
I mean, good on him, Doug. He's crushing it. He's literally crushing it. Like, this guy's been everywhere. And I didn't know he was an actor too until I saw him in like on TV, and I was like, hold up, that's Bad Bunny. And he's also in the Fast 9 situation. He was in Fast 9. He's done a bunch of things.
Oh, here's an interesting tweet.
Randomly. That's right. He's in the new Bullet Train movie, which is Brad Pitt. And a bunch of people. It's like a big action movie comes out this summer, and he's in post-production right now.
Whatever happened to Legend of the Z or Z Zombies? You know what I'm talking about. Part 2.
Part 2. Part 1, it took so much money to make that part where they had to reshoot. They did so many things went wrong with that movie, and it actually worked out. Generation Z, and it worked out to be quite successful for them. But yeah, it's been on the back burner forever. And you saw the director dropped out of Fast 10?
I did not.
So Justin Lin, who did The Last God Knows How Many, dropped out of Fast 10. I still don't know why. But it's costing Universal somewhere between $600 and $1 million a day until they can find a new director. Jeez. A day, because they've got to keep everybody employed for this period of time, right? So just paying people to chill until this gets done, right? Now, why he dropped out, and I'm sure there's some insurance claims that can be that Universal will kind of utilize here, but that's just crazy to drop out at this time of the game overall. So I was like, wow, that's insane.
You been watching any NBA playoffs?
Huh?
So that's a no.
No, I think I watched 2 minutes of one game, and I was
some great stuff. John Morant. Woo!
I don't even know who that is. What team does he play for?
I mean,
I legit don't know who that is. I know the name.
Heard of John Morant?
No, I know the name. But I couldn't pick him out of a lineup. Unless he was the tallest man, I go, he was John Morant probably. But I mean,
the Grizzlies. Do you know where the Grizzlies are located?
It's Memphis, yeah.
Yes.
Boom.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I got some general knowledge.
Superstar. I mean,
is he the one who dunked over the other
dude?
And that's one thing? Okay, all right.
But he's had a ton of those. His missed dunks rank among the best dunks of all time.
All right, man. That's not how that works.
No. It does.
You can't miss it and be a good dunker. That makes no sense.
This one actually went in this week. It was insane.
You can't do that. You can't do that. That makes no sense. Hold up.
Future's album dropped last night. Pusha T's dropped this week too.
We're still dropping albums?
Yeah.
And on a Thursday? Don't you drop albums on a Tuesday?
He dropped it at midnight last night. It's a Friday.
But it used to be Tuesdays back in the day.
That's when you drop music albums? Yeah.
Yeah, but that's when you drop the album. Technically, same thing.
And Pusha's album dropped, I think, last week. It's good.
I didn't know people are still making music.
Yeah. You know if Future's making music?
No, Pusha.
Yeah.
Future, I didn't know Future had a new album coming out. On that note, are you watching Atlanta?
I still haven't finished season 2, and it's
Okay.
like the best show.
So hence my hesitation. Season 1 and 2, loved it. Season 3, which is out right now, which took friggin' 2 years to make because COVID and whatever else. It's so like, it's like Donald Glover. It's like he got very overly artistic.
Yeah.
Like he was like, let's push the art to the limit. Where their storylines have nothing to do with the main characters. It's like another episode that's nothing about anything to the show, just an arbitrary, not arbitrary, but it is. It's an arbitrary episode that's not related to any of the characters at all. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Damn. And I'm trying to keep up this. And I was like, I don't care. I don't get it. It's not like before I watched, because I wanted to follow the three of them. Yeah. Right. And his girl. And you kind of understanding the dynamic and how they're trying to make it, blah, blah, blah. And that was a fun ride because I can kind of go on the ride with the people. And now the characters are so abstract that I was like, I struggled to get through a couple episodes and I can't. I'm done.
Damn.
Unless I get bored, I'm done.
And you would say it was a very good show before.
I loved it. I thought it was it was well ahead of its time. It was a solid show. And then now, not so much.
Did you ever finish Little Dicky's show?
I heard it's really good. Yeah. That one again. So that's somebody else who got very, very artistic. In some of the episodes, you're like, what's going on? But the story arc generally carried. So I can at least keep up with that one because the story arc was still the same about him trying to make it, even though he did some crazy stuff, to kind of get out there. But I
remember what happened today.
Okay.
This was the one I was looking at today.
So you don't remember, you just found it. You didn't remember, you just found what you're looking for.
Maybe
you
found
I remembered. Your note.
Maybe
found
I
your
remembered.
note. If you took better notes, it'll be there.
On this day in 1992, an all-white jury in California chose to acquit 3 of the 4 officers who violently beat Rodney King during a videotaped arrest. The jury could not agree on a verdict for the 4th officer. That's what I was remembering.
I definitely did not know that at that point. So we got to wrap up in a little bit, but what I'll say is I'm putting it on blast. Dominic's going to do homework. And y'all should do homework on this too, by the way, because we're going to talk about it in the next episode. So I'm putting Dominic on blast for this right now. We're going to discuss, actually, I'm going to figure out how to do this because I'm traveling next week. We'll make this work. White Hot. It's a documentary about Abercrombie and Fitch on Netflix. It was schooled to me by Christelle, and it is primarily because I worked at Abercrombie. So she was like, you would find this very interesting. And it talks about just Abercrombie, the culture, the rise, the fall, because there was a fall, and all these kind of things. There's a lot of things to discuss in there that I find very interesting. Independent of what you may think on the surface, there's a lot of subtext there that's worth the conversation. So we're going to dedicate an episode to that. And I'm putting this on blast on purpose so Dominic watches it between now and
on what platform?
Netflix.
Okay. Last thing, Brooklyn Public Library has announced that any teacher in America is now eligible for a Brooklyn Public Library card.
Yeah, because you can get all your
designed
books
to combat censorship.
And so much ridiculous censorship. That's an amazing thing. There's so much bad. There's the whole idea of censorship. Because
that leads me into one more thing. Where somebody tweeted, Ethan Thomas, former NBA player, you can't ban books, still be against Kaepernick taking a knee, and bash any athlete who speaks out against racism and police brutality, and at the same time claim to be for freedom and free speech. You're following the traditions. You're following the traditions of your ancestors with that hypocrisy. You know, the ones who said all men shall be created equal while owning slaves.
So the last the thing I'd add on to that is, did you see the tweet that went out this way? So there's a gentleman in Florida who is, I think he's suing the state against the use of the Bible or the Bible being taught, which I found amazingly hilarious because he's like, there is homosexuality, there is alcohol consumption, there is murder, there is violence, there's all these things. And he was like, our kids should not see this. We should not use the Bible, which I find comedic at its best because that's what he's doing it for. And I applaud this man for coming out and doing that because that is hilarious to me because that storybook is full of everything that apparently we're trying to ban. That storybook's not all.
So, guys, it turns out Amit's starting, he's trying to ban the Bible, guys.
No, Amit's supporting the guy trying to ban the Bible.
Amit's banning the Bible.
Amit's not banning anything. Amit's never even read it. I've read a few passages throughout time because I had to read it for school.
You know what it says? Thou shalt not lie about dying one's hair.
On that note, we'll call
Be
it.
better,
You guys have
eat
a
better,
good one.
justice over order always.
Take it easy, everybody.